Boom, and we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's stream where we have a very large panel. And introducing on my stream for the first time, Jacob Ironside and Z Bunny. See, this is Z Bunny's first ever stream, everyone. So in the audience, just give him a little thumbs up.
Yeah, my first stream
so,
too.
Oh, is it fantastic? Welcome.
Welcome,
So
welcome, fellas.
Cool. We got two
so
welcome,
we're going
fellas.
to talk
Welcome to
nostalgic
Bad
movies. Jacob, I'll just go to you first as our guest. Z's already explained to me he's going to come in his own time. So, Jacob, what is your favorite nostalgic movie? Like, when you think of nostalgic movie, what screams nostalgic to you?
Huh. Man. I have a lot of favorite movies, but it's probably an older movie or something. The Searchers. It's a John Wayne movie.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
the John Wayne movie.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Good movie. Good movie.
For me, just saying because I'm the important one. Back to the Future. Simple. Back
God
to the
damn
future.
it, Revan! You fucking bastard!
Hey,
Oh, you knew half
NB.
of this panel was going to choose that, and you know it.
Yeah, come on, NB. There's like 150,000 other movies from the 80s you can pick. Don't get mad.
Yeah, seriously.
No, dude, it's
No,
fine.
he picked Back to the Future. God.
That didn't even hit my top 10.
My two favorite 80s movies
that wasn't nowhere near my top
Predator
100s.
and
Predator. Ooh,
Big
okay.
Trouble in Little China.
Predator,
Oh.
Big Trouble, Little China.
Predator's a good
pick.
fucking movie.
I still remember the first time I actually saw Predator. It was actually during religion class.
We should have coordinated what movie we were gonna say or TV episode. Because
we were here.
Revan.
We did. That's what you get for
you want to
missing
talk about
staff
Back to the
meeting.
Future then?
Well, Back to the Future just is a movie that, well, for lack of a better term, it was a fun childhood movie for me.
Yeah.
It's a trilogy my wife and I absolutely love. And of anything else, it is the one of those sets of movies that both my wife and I can cherish and enjoy together. And I think that's where I try to educate people on. Like, why do you like something? It's like, what do you mean? Well, you like old Star Trek, but you don't like new. I'm like, yes, because that's not what I was raised on. It's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, I spent time with my grandparents, my parents.
Okay.
That was, we scheduled time around watching TV. It's like, hey, what's going on? Oh, what time? Thursday at 7. Sorry, man. Star Trek TNG's coming on.
Yeah.
Gotta be with family.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how it used to be.
Well, that's the thing. Back to the Future is one of those movies that's nostalgic for several generations, not just the 80s. Like it brings back. Yeah. It brings back traditions from the 50s clear on through the 70s, and then there's the 80s.
Like, I still watch Back to the Future.
Also, the funny part is hearing Huey Lewis say, "I'm sorry, you're just too damn loud."
You're just too damn loud.
I'm sorry, but Huey Lewis saying that, give me a break.
Yeah. But
that was funny
me,
considering he was the lead artist on the soundtrack for that movie. That's why it was funny.
Yeah. But for me, one of the things I love about Back to the Future is, well, I'm a big time travel fan. I've always been a time travel fan. It's part of, like, I've worked in history and
Fake
things like
Irish news.
What?
Fake Irish news.
Okay. But anyway, so one of my favorite memories
Take the battery
I
out of
have is me and my friends. We got a whiteboard one time,
So we're going on.
copybooks and that, and we literally mapped out the entire timeline of Back to the Future to see how many separate timelines they actually are.
Really? You've been at Captain Cockney stream?
I will thank you. Farv, my friend,
Yo.
have. I'm going to let you take hold for a few minutes because you sent me a couple of pictures.
Probably more than a couple by the end of the day, but
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
So I'm going to start. John Carpenter's The Thing.
Exactly. I mean, I probably, to anybody who grew up even remotely in the same era I did, I probably don't even need to fucking explain that. But yeah, The Thing was originally The Thing from Another World, which was based on a novel called Who Goes There from back in the I think the 50s.
We're talking about the
Yeah.
80s. We're talking about the 80s part.
No, but I'm getting to that, damn it.
World.
Because the Carpenter did a remake of The Thing from Another World that was kind of more accurate, but not as accurate on both hands to the original story, in which this research team out in the freaking Antarctic got freaking wrapped up in some complete bullshit because the Norwegians found a ship buried in the ice and decided to thermite the fucking thing to see what it was.
Yeah.
Found the occupant,
wow.
took it back to their camp, and
I
then
need
proceeded
some
to get
thermite.
murdered by it.
Wow, you're like
Hey,
completely
one sec, hold on.
equating a Stargate SG-1 episode with a
What? I didn't
Star
say
Trek
anything.
Enterprise episode.
No, I'm just saying, can you nuke your car radio?
Yeah, that. We don't want to
Oh,
hit the
shit.
stream news.
Sorry.
Thank you. But anyway, back to what
Sorry
we were
about
saying. I'm so sorry about that.
That's all right, no worries.
No, far,
One of the fun facts about prosthetics on the actual thing is they said it couldn't be done, right?
Mm-hmm.
So John Carpenter.
Hold
I
on,
forget his-
Tater, can I say one thing?
Yes,
Tater,
always.
I want to say one thing. Let's not have any recommendations from the chat until the people on the panel have a chance to say what they're going to say.
Yeah.
And who the heck has a radio on in the background? That is wow.
That was. But I mean,
That's not a radio. That's a
GPS.
Oh shit.
So they in the chest scene for the John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh yeah, I know what you're getting at.
Yeah, they said, "Oh, it couldn't be done" and whatever. So they had actually an actor who had lost his arms in war. So when they did not know they got with his hands inside. He brought him in. And one and Sandoz in, and then going to check the chat, guys. Okay. So George Lucas has joined the chat.
Oh my god.
Hey, look, guys, we have a celebrity in the chat.
Oh,
I know, right? So
I'd like to know how
Everyone-
George Lucas follows me. I'd like to know how this George Lucas follows me from chat to chat to chat.
yeah. So
Yeah.
another thing from the 80s and the starts of that, I'm sure it's 2 words. Simply 2 words. Mel Brooks.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say
Oh,
Power
yeah.
Ranger.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blazing
Spaceballs
Saddles.
and Robin Hood Men in
Spaceballs.
Tights are
Yes.
hysterical.
May the shorts be with you.
Yeah.
Go
Your
to the
ear-
desert. We ain't found shit.
Fun fact: the guy who was actually combing the desert and we ain't found shit is actually Tuvok from Voyager.
Ludicrous Speed. Hey, you know what Tim Russ also played in? He played in Sequest DSV.
No shit, I don't even remember that.
Yes, he did. With Lucas Wallencheck in season 1, he was the one that was in charge of this really high tech computer place where all of the world's info went through. Right, kind of like we have here in the U.S. Right, in the AT&T buildings and shit. but it was a Sequest thing back in the 90s when that show came out.
Because I remember watching Sequest. I just didn't remember he was in
Yeah,
it.
Tim Russ was in an episode of it. Yeah,
I
right.
never actually
And they were
watched
trying to rob like the World Bank to make money go for good causes and stuff.
Oh, jeez.
So, just to zoom down to another one of ours, we had the thing, and now Jaws. Oh, yes.
That was a great
Great
fucking, I
movie.
mean, I've seen people who never saw it when it came out that have been like watching it like nowadays. They're like, this was a great fucking movie.
Roy
really
Scheider.
was.
Hey, there's
Mhm.
the captain of the Sequest right there, everybody.
Yes, it is. He's also in another movie I sent Revan.
Yeah.
I have a question
Which,
for all of you.
and that movie
Yeah.
would be 2010. The
No,
follow-up sequel
Blue
to
Thunder.
2001. Well, Blue
Z-
Thunder. Fuck Blue Thunder.
Hold
Blue
on.
Thunder
See,
sucked.
what's your question?
It's a good movie. What's
And let's
wrong
see
with
how
you?
we get it wrong.
Okay, because this is a big debate about Jaws. Some people call it a horror movie, some people call it a thriller. Where do you people see it? Horror or
comedy.
thriller?
It's not a horror movie.
I call
It's
it.
a horror comedy.
I call
Yeah.
it a. I call it a. I call it a horror flick for sharks because they're a bunch of whores and they like blood.
It's a well-written movie. That's what I'll say about it.
Yeah, yeah.
I say just watch Back to the Future 2. You see where the movie franchise goes. Okay.
No, Back to the Future 2 is a horror movie.
Yes. So was Jaws. So was Jaws 13. Did you see the 3D pop up?
One
Oh
fact
God,
about-
that fucking.
We don't
movie.
talk
Oh.
about the sequels, man, because those were fucking disasters.
What, you
Jaws
mean like
2, Jaws 2 was all right.
That-
It wasn't terrible.
The
Jaws
first
3D
the first
was
attack scene is
atrocious.
pretty horrific though.
The only one.
They had that girl on wires pulling her around, and it was
Yeah,
actually
oh my God.
The
hurting.
only Jaws that I can't like stand is the fourth one. That one, I don't know
Oh,
what the hell they
God.
thought
I
they
was
were
about
doing.
the most
fourth one was
hilarious
terrible.
thing that they added in Jaws 4 was the cop's wife shooting the shark, and they added roaring sound effects.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, yes.
I'll tell you the best shark porn I'm gonna have is when I go have sushi for the first time.
Don't eat fucking shark fin. That shit ain't safe.
No, not shark fin. Shark muscle.
Have any of y'all seen the movie or TV movie Creature?
Preacher?
Oh no.
The
Creature.
creature.
No, Creature.
Oh,
It's a-
Creature. No.
You talking
Yeah,
about
it's
that old
like
ass alien knockoff?
No, it's a government experiment. It's like a half shark, half human.
Who the fuck called it creature? That's white
It's,
shark. I read
it's
that
pretty.
fucking
It's
book.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's a
not
white
too bad.
shark.
Yeah, white shark. Right. It was a pretty good movie.
So wouldn't it be called
Peter
The
Benchley,
Creature?
Jaws. No,
Peter
yeah.
Benchley's a fucking genius.
So-
You know the guy quit writing because he felt bad for what he called demonizing the sea.
You know
But
what?
there's so
Charlie-
much to demonize in the deep ocean.
You
Jesus.
know who else demonized the deep ocean? Charlie Tuna, but we still buy his tuna fish, don't we?
Hey, look, no, guys, you do not realize how just existentially frightening the ocean is.
Yes, I
There
do.
are things in there.
So, fun fact about the
There are
ocean
things.
is that there is unalived bodies in the ocean, and people will go swimming in the
Oh,
ocean,
that-
but they
that-
won't go
That
swimming in a
goes
pool.
either A to Sequest, which is a 90s show, or we can go
Yeah.
back to 80s movies which explore those depths. Now, name some 80s
And-
So,
and
speaking
just to-
about 80s movies,
80s
Jake,
movies
just
that
to
go
make a
down
point
to the
here-
depths.
Just to
What?
make a point here, I never got asked my nostalgic movie.
oh, we'll get to you. It's just I got
Okay.
some stuff from
Alright.
Z.
Yeah,
I'll
we're
get
gonna
to you.
do
I'll
that.
get to you, Tate, in 2 seconds. Okay.
We're just talking
I'm-
shit.
I'm-
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
Beetlejuice.
Pardon me. I forgot
Um,
somebody on the panel.
Just potato.
You what?
So,
You okay, Z?
yeah, I'm okay.
Well, he kept
Um,
banging up and moving forward.
I recently, I've just watched it this year. Funny enough, and it was my boyfriend that introduced me to Beetlejuice because this is one of his favorite fucking movies. And
He
he
has
was
good
like-
taste.
Yeah, and he was like, "You need to see this," and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" We ate pizza and we watched Beetlejuice, and here's the rundown of Beetlejuice if no one's seen it. It's about a couple that gets who has a lovely house.
They
And then
die.
they get killed. And then they get killed by a plot convenient dog on the road.
Of course.
And The problem
They
is,
do not get killed. They just fucking die.
Yeah, they
It-
die. They
well-
drive off a covered bridge. How the?
Do you
Thank
know they're
you.
coming out? They're coming out with a sequel to that next year, probably.
No,
Yes.
yeah. And
I refuse to acknowledge that.
Why? It's going to have Keaton back again.
That don't mean it's going to be well written. I know.
Hey,
Hollywood.
Matt G. Good to see you, man.
Matt G, what's up? Good to
And,
see you.
um,
I'd also like to say hello to everyone in the audience.
We are nothing without the chat. Keep on typing, everybody in the chat, please.
Yep. Hey,
hey,
Panda.
yeah, there he is. That's the man who loves Beetlejuice. There he is.
Oh, okay.
Classic Panda.
Yeah.
How you doing? So you recommend
Shout out to
Beetlejuice
Panda. Hey,
Z.
boo. But
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's hear the story, Z.
So anyway, with Beetlejuice, the couple then realizes that they're dead. They're ghosts. They get a book and everything, and then they realize people are moving into their house while their shit is still in the house. They try to scare them away. They try to haunt them out of the house. And the daughter is, this very goth girl. And the dead lawyer, the dead lawyer is like, do not call this man. It's Beetlejuice. And but then
Yeah,
he's their last
Beetlejuice.
resort. They do it anyway, and he just causes havoc in the house. He just makes it worse for everybody. Yep. It's a really
Yeah.
good movie. Michael Keaton does a fantastic job as Beetlejuice. Alec Baldwin is
How you
really
doing,
good at it
lads?
too.
Most of the cast were really good. Actually,
Most of the cast was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Tim Burton directed the movie, so you
Tim
will see like
Burton.
imagery of his
One of my
artwork in
favorite
there.
directors. Yes, I love
It
Tim
is
Burton.
fantastic. It's from 1988. And then right after that, next year he directed Batman. 1989.
1989 Batman, my
Yep.
favorite Batman. Yes.
So
But,
yeah,
Tate,
I just saw the movie this year.
So, Tate, to you, man. What is your favorite nostalgic movie? Okay.
I think.
Hey, what? Did your rights
Just to
peel
clear
off
off,
all over? on
I'm going to go to Favre's list just to clear it off.
yeah,
Oh,
that would
shit.
be
Obviously, this is obviously Jaws 6.
that would be
Wow.
Blue Thunder. wouldn't it?
Revan, I will be back in a little bit. I've got to
Okay.
jump off for a minute. I'll be back. Give me about 30 minutes or so.
In turn, the streams we're at 20 minutes. Just a heads up, the stream ends at 1 hour. So there's your time. That's the time, okay?
Yeah.
So yeah,
So-
you'll be here for the last 10 minutes.
Like I told
If I don't-
Revan before. Like I told
If I
Revan
don't
before,
come back, I'll catch the next one, man. I just I have to go ahead
No worries.
take care.
All right, man. Go ahead.
All right,
No worries,
bye, guys.
Slade. No worries,
See ya.
Slade. And Revan, like I told you before, if I talk too much, just say shut the.
No,
F
you're
up."
not
Sorry,
talking
sorry.
too much. You're actually quite fun. But Favre, what is this? I'm trying to figure out what this movie is.
That's Blue Thunder.
Of
Yeah,
course,
that's Blue
it-
Thunder.
Okay.
Of course,
So
I've
Blue
never seen
Thunder
this.
is a movie about this guy was a helicopter pilot in Vietnam. He came back to the States, became a cop. So he's one of those air traffic cops in the helicopters. The department
Okay.
gets chosen to test this experimental freaking helicopter. And so he and this new guy are testing it. And one night while they're fucking around with the surveillance equipment, they overhear what a government agency and the cops are actually planning to do with this fucking helicopter.
Yes, and then they decide to do what with it? I mean, that's getting into the TV show that spawned off the movie, but
I mean, so Colonel Cochran, who's an air cav colonel who
Yeah.
served with this guy in Vietnam.
Air
Is one of
Cav
the-
are the ones that flew the Hueys in Vietnam.
Oh, cool.
Finds out about this. He already doesn't like Murphy as it is because they had an altercation back in Nam. So when he finds out, he agrees with his agency buddies that they need to eliminate all the witnesses to what they're actually planning to use this fucking thing for. They try to arrest him. That doesn't work. They kill his partner, but that doesn't get him to turn anything in. They go after his girlfriend, but he manages to get her the fuck out of trouble for the most part and sends her with this recording that has what they're talking about to the press. In the meantime, Cochran loses his shit after they send two jets after this thing. that are trying to fight him in the city and end up
Oh,
destroying
fast
a building.
movers. Yeah, let's
Yep.
send fast movers against a gunship.
So he
yeah,
fucks
let's see
around
how
with
that
them,
works.
and their missiles hit a fucking high-rise building instead of his helicopter.
Yeah, that only works in Star Wars.
Yeah. So Cochrane goes out there in his own gunship, and there's a really fucking cool running helicopter battle through the city between this old MD-500 Cochrane's got and the Blue Thunder gunship.
Hey, Hector.
Hector,
And it's worth mentioning that a young Daniel Stern, who was in a ton of fucking movies like Home Alone and Curly's Gold, a bunch of other shit, was actually the guy playing his partner. And then you had Murphy, of course, who we were just talking about who he is and what he's been in. And then Cochrane is played by fucking Malcolm McDowell.
Dude, he was in that too. He was also in A Clockwork Orange and Star Trek
Generations.
So me and Five were just watching this earlier on, literally just before the stream.
Yeah,
Harv,
like about a couple hours
you
ago.
want to tell it about OG Pokemon?
Okay, so he was having a laugh because
No, I didn't want
these-
to talk about Pokemon.
these three, because he didn't know anything about this, and he's like, well, these guys are just a Team Rocket ripoff. And I was like, no, the problem here is that this came out about 6 years before the first Pokemon game was even released in Japan.
Nice.
So not only did Team Rocket get based on these three, but so did one set of the villains from a Sega Genesis game called Gunstar Heroes.
Yep.
Kronos commented that Akira is also a really good movie from the 80s.
Yes, it is.
I've heard of Akira. I haven't seen it yet.
I've
Not-
yet to see it.
Hey, that's Akira!
My boyfriend fucking loves it. Akira is actually fantastic.
But Nadia,
It's
it's
not-
called.
it's
It's
Hey,
called.
that's Akira!
Wow.
Yeah, it's also a really shitty Star Trek class of shit.
Wow. But
But-
that's
Hey,
Nadia,
how
the Secret of
dare
Blue
you.
Water. We brought it up because we watched it today, and it's kind of obscure to a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's how to explain it. It's taken a lot of nods from like Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Beneath the Sea, but then it goes completely off and does its own thing with it with a completely different story.
Okay.
Because you basically have the crew of the Nautilus and Nemo at war, secretly at war with these assholes who claim to be descended from the last generation that came from Atlantis.
As you do.
That's always fishy.
And these are some genociding asswipes. Like the first thing you see these guys actually do is murder a bunch of civilians on an island that they took over.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Z has sent me give me 1 second now and I just stick this down. Z has actually sent me a movie that has basically created puberty in every boy that has ever seen this movie.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is actually
Oh, yeah.
my pick of favorite movies in the nostalgia factor. Because I'm a huge animation fan. I'm an artist
Yeah.
myself, and this is a fucking amazing ass movie. Who Framed Roger Rabbit is great. They did fantastic with the live action segments.
Mhm.
It
Yes.
blends really well. They did fantastic. Bob Hopkins did really well. It's the main character. The plot is really good. They did a really good detective detective spoof
Agreed.
with using cartoon characters. It's really they did a buddy cop movie really fucking well in this.
Also, the weasels were fucking hilarious.
oh yeah,
they
they're
were.
hilarious in this.
I think that's you.
I'm just gonna say this: we've made one mistake as men, and I'm gonna say this: women appreciate the woman's body better than any man can. Somehow, women just understand women in a way that we never will, and they understand men in a way we never will. That's why they're the dominant species.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
Okay. Well, that was a weird segue.
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm sorry, it sounded.
Who's
it-
next?
What I was gonna say is I appreciate what they did with Jessica and Roger's relationship in this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She really loves
Oh, yeah.
him. She loves him for his personality, and it's just great to see how they just interpreted everything in this film. I would watch this again.
The fun fact about it is that the Disney, like, they only got rights for a certain amount of Disney characters.
Or
right?
anything that isn't Disney.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking specifically Disney.
Oh,
But one of the stipulations that they had for doing Disney was that it had to be the exact same time as the Warner Brothers characters.
yeah,
Right.
I know that.
So-
So that's why the Donald Duck and
it was the Mickey
Daffy
Mouse
thing was
and
at the-
No,
there was also
Yeah,
the
that's
Mickey Mouse and Bugs
why-
Bunny part where they were falling too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
That's
why-
why they called it Jar Jar. Hey, Jar Jar. Lisa, it's okay. See, that was like a combination of.
But another one of
enough.
like growing up, I was a huge Tom Hanks fan. Like I grew up on Money Troubles. Do any of you remember that where Tom Hanks bought a house? The Money Pit. That's its
I
name.
watched
Money
very
Pit.
few movies with Tom Hanks in them.
Oh,
Well,
you
Favre,
don't
you
know
are
your
900.
1980s Tom Hanks?
Hey, Mountains of
movies?
Elysium. I agree. The Untouchables was also a great fucking
That
movie.
is
I lo-
also The Godfather.
I love Turner and Hooch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Terry
watched-
Beach was good.
when Harry met Sally. Come on, man.
the
So
only
you
Tom
won't
Hanks
know
movie
who-
I know really well.
Um,
is-
You've got
yeah.
you got mail.
You won't know who it is, but Favre knows who this is. The voice inside of my head.
Yep.
Actually, yeah,
Tater
made
tot.
me watch. No. It's a kind of. It's my lead producer behind the scenes.
Oh shit! Leave my name out of your.
Jesus Christ.
So
Pardon me. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting.
made me watch The Godfather, and I fucking love The
I'm
Godfather.
sorry.
Oh, that's a great fucking movie.
All three of them are. Yeah, like I really like one of the things that I really like is it's like when he's going through and he's getting older and everything like that, but at the end he kind of realizes that his sons are going to turn out exactly like him. No matter what he could have done.
Yeah, they're
throughout
gonna
it.
die till the end, no matter what.
Yeah.
How you doing, Maria with T and Tim?
Hey,
Nice to
Maria
see
with
you.
T, good to see you. But yeah, but I absolutely really love those movies. Potato Revan, imagine if they're fuck off.
Glenroe.
was-
What did he say? No, what did Button say? If Glenroe.
Imagine if there was a Glenroe movie.
The
Okay,
fuck is a Glen Rowe?
Glenroe
yeah, I need to
was
study
an
your Irish
Irish
history.
soap opera
Thank
Right?
you.
set in the countryside about a load of farmers and their farmer problems. It is.
Wow.
It is.
Our
loved
potatoes
am-
aren't green enough. What do we do?
I know, but it is loved amongst the older generation of Irish people, and people of my generation and Elysiums and younger have PTSD from this fucking show.
Because of the famine, because they haven't figured out how to make vodka out of potatoes yet.
Yeah, but it is so fucking bad. I swear to God. And if they made a movie out, like one of the lead actors, Haybone, passed away, right? And he was an atheist. And they turned around, and his wife Biddy, in it, the actress who played his wife.
Was her real name Biddy, or is that just her screen name?
That's the character. I don't know the actress's name, but the character's name was Biddy.
Okay, because we used to have an old saying here in the States. It's not something that's been used in over 50 years, but
Yeah,
that
yeah.
old fucking Biddy over there.
Or some people still fucking use it. Just not often.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
So they turned around, and she's like, she was on the news, and she's like, he's after getting some surprise there today, just up in heaven there and everything. And I'm just like, I want to die.
That's, I mean, even if you don't particularly like atheists or you had an issue with an atheist, that's still some fucked up shit to say when somebody just died.
Yeah, like it was legit directly after his funeral.
Oh, fuck that, man. Come on.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man,
hilarious.
yeah, I get on to people for that all the time online. I'm like, this is not the time. I understand you hate them. I understand they might have even been terrible human beings.
No,
but
no, he
they've
was
got
our best
they've got
friend.
grieving. Well, but that's what I'm saying though. Like people have grieving loved ones, and it is no matter how much you might have had beef with a person, You know, you
Yeah.
can't disrespect somebody on their funeral because you're not disrespecting them. You're disrespecting everybody that's mourning for them.
Look, man, social media is the enemy of fucking human decency because that's where all these fucking people hang out.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
But then
as
again, we
things-
all met through social media, so
Technically,
Social media.
Discord. I met everybody through Discord. That's as close to that shit as I get.
and I'm told Firefox Network that he needs to do a
And I'm still up in the air about that shit.
Dude, Jacob, that's you. I heard your fucking little
What?
bubble go beep when your 9-volt went up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, get the fuck out of your smoke detector, bud, please.
I have 8-foot ceilings.
Oh,
well,
shit.
grow
Well, that
7'5".
Grow 7. What the fuck?
Get a chair, get a kitchen chair, put the kitchen table under it. I don't care what the hell.
Kronos,
You do.
is this social? Yeah, it's a form of social media. But one of the things I absolutely loved, like growing up, I've still got a load of like older movies and things like that. But The Money Pit, one of my favorite scenes from it was when Tom Hanks got stuck into a hole that he was just there folding up paper airplanes made out of money and just like throwing them. Is anyone here a fan of National Lampoons?
They're all right. They're not
Yes,
terrible.
especially the
You're
Chevy
right.
Chase
Yeah.
ones. The Chevy Chase ones.
yeah, pretty much
Yeah.
just the Chevy Chase ones for me.
Yeah,
They
well, of
kind of
course.
died after that.
For me, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and European Vacation are my two favorites.
Those
I haven't
are the
actually
two
seen
most
European
popular.
Vacation.
Yeah.
I'll stream it for you sometime, Bubba.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, the thing is, it's like when they were going across all the countries and everything like that, they actually had regional stars from
Did
each
you-
of the countries.
Did you see when they went across the country to go visit cousin what's his name, and it was fucking Randy Quaid living out in the middle
Yes.
of nowhere in a fucking trailer?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
kind
that
of
was like,
that was kind of prophetic.
it was because he played the same character in the movie Independence Day.
Oh
But
god,
no,
he did.
the funny
Fuck.
thing is, he played Randy Quaid.
Okay,
Exactly.
I'm going to say this. I'm very sorry, but I've been looking high and low and have been muted trying to figure out whoever smoke detector has the BB. Could you please
figured it out.
take care of it?
Hey,
It
Hey.
is driving me fucking crazy.
hey,
I
Grandpa, we've
thought
been
it was
saying that.
Calm
mine.
down, NB.
NB, we've been saying that for half an hour, but we already
Unfortunately,
know
the
who it
man
is.
has 8-foot ceilings and can't reach it at the moment.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a kitchen chair to put under it.
No.
But the Christmas Vacation, I watched that every single year, and it's one of my favorite Christmas movies. Fight me, it is. It is one of the best Christmas movies ever.
But
Mike
damn
Lee
it,
says the
Evan, you
Irishman.
couldn't
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
a
you-
dump truck going through a natural gristler.
I mean, like in
You-
terms
you-
of
you wanna-
holidays,
yeah.
I have
The potato.
enough kind of disregard for
Yeah,
Christmas
I know,
that I
man.
don't have a favorite Christmas.
Dude,
movie.
literally, the potato with the E is saying "fight me." Dude, you spell potato with
I
E.
don't have an E on my name.
Dude, you're the one that said you would take your robe off and then stick your lightsaber out.
I said that on
Hey,
his stream.
can I
No.
say this about
Yeah.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Always.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, kiss my ass. Kiss
Merry Christmas.
kiss your
Merry-
ass.
Yeah.
Kiss
Oh,
Happy
Alec.
Hanukkah.
I do want to say while we're still loosely on the subject, I believe Randy Quaid. Everything, the Star Whackers, all that stuff. I believe
Star
it. I think
Whackers.
he is absolutely right. I think he is absolutely right. He's nuts. He is honestly nuts, and he'll be the first one to tell you he's nuts. But they drove him nuts, and I believe that he was one of those stars that was worth more dead than alive. He managed to escape, and if they kill him now, everybody will know he's right.
And real quick, hello to Dalek451. How you doing, Dalek?
Hey,
Good to
Dalek.
see you.
But yeah, so if those of you who didn't know behind the scenes of the movie, they wanted Chevy to cry in the scene when he was in the attic.
Mhm.
Okay? Sitting on the boxes. But he couldn't cry on demand. Just couldn't, no matter what they did.
Well, you can't
So-
when you're that fucking drunk and high. How the hell are you gonna cry into man?
Yeah, but they played the man dirty with what they did.
well,
they
yeah,
went
he's an
and-
American.
No, they went and they got actual home movies.
America.
Oh, fuck, really?
Yeah. So what he's actually seen, he's legitimately seen his grandparents, his parents, aunts, uncles, people who he's lost, all when they were younger. He's seen
Oh,
them,
that's
and they
wrong.
Wow, that would not make me cry. There's only one time I've ever cried in my life, like truly cried, and that was at my daddy's funeral.
I know, but like for him,
Well,
it
there was this
did
one
make
time
him.
I got drunk at the Ozarks.
And you're
But-
a vet. What the fuck is wrong with you, MD?
So
Just
so-
saying, I'm
I'ma
fucking
tell-
with you.
I'm gonna tell you something flat out. Being a vet don't necessarily exclude you from shit.
No, it don't. It don't. But my dad was a vet. He taught me how to not show emotions, and literally the only time I've ever shown emotions
My
was
only
when
thing
my-
is I tend to not
when
do
my
it
kids
around
were
other
when my
people.
kids were born and when my dad died. That's the only times I've ever cried.
Well, you asked a very poignant question. I will humbly respond. What's wrong with me? My
Nothing's wrong
first
with
thought is a lot.
Eh,
Okay, well,
I
hey,
have
if
a
it's-
feeling. I have a
it's
feeling when it
self-admitted.
finally comes to when it comes to my turn for nostalgic movies, I have a feeling
Yeah.
I'm going to get very emotional.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go next.
My,
We'll
my,
go with Bubba now.
Mine are going to be a whole lot worse than
Yeah.
what I was saying in the pre-chat. So.
We'll go
My
to
shit's
Bubba
gonna
and then
be
we'll go
simple.
to sci-fi. Bubba, let's hear.
All
your
right.
emotion.
So, not just going with my theme, like, you have no idea how many times I had my parents rent this movie from the Blockbuster. We
Backdoor
couldn't
Sluts
find
9?
it. No. No, I was a little kid, man. That didn't come till later. But anyway, jokes aside, this movie is the only movie in history that has actually been linked to shutting down the studio that put it out. This movie has such a low score on every critic chart that you cannot possibly touch it. Like, Ishtar does not touch this movie. Like,
Who's
this
right?
movie gets dragged through every muddy
Hey, so what is
hole
it?
you can imagine.
Tell us.
Hold on, let him finish.
Cutthroat
NB,
Island.
cool it.
Cutthroat Island, starring Gina Davis.
You know,
Yes,
I didn't hate that movie. It
Jesus
was
Christ,
cheesy,
people.
but it wasn't bad.
Let him build
Right.
build up to the grand finale. Shit, I knew
did.
where he was going.
I didn't even.
But yeah, no, I absolutely love that movie. That movie sparked my love for pirates. I was a little kid, and then of course I got 10, 11, 12, and I started liking that movie for a whole different reason.
Well,
Because
yeah,
Gina Davis used to be hot back in the day. Like, damn.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
like I said, the story is great, and of course, especially if you come from a big family with a lot of big family drama, it's great because Morgan, played by Gina Davis, her father dies. He's a captain, and the eldest son of a legendary pirate captain, and suddenly him and his two brothers, or her and her two uncles, after her grandfather's death and her father's death, she's thrown into a big family squabble where each of the three sons of this legendary pirate captain were supposed to get a third of the treasure.
Yeah, wasn't
that's
that
not
one her
how it-
fucking uncle or something?
Yes,
That's
the
what I thought,
villains.
yeah.
The villains were her. Well, the main villain was the youngest of her uncles,
Yeah.
and I mean the whole movie from start to finish is great. They do a really good job of pacing. They set everything up, and by the time they get to the to the epic finale, I mean they even managed to get the damn treasure. Like that rarely happens in those kind of movies.
I also acutely remember that motherfucker with the prosthetic weapon arm.
Yeah, was that in that one?
Yeah, it was the first mate of that captain, I think.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, no, he ended up dead pretty quick, didn't he? He wasn't one of the.
No, he died near the end.
I
man.
mentioned that movie in
Yeah.
the pre-show.
Because they
Transformers
tricked him
Anyway.
into they tricked him into launching that mace ball into something, and then he got yanked off the ship.
Oh, that's right. But anyway, I haven't seen it in a while. But this movie, you want to talk about nostalgia? That movie, that one, and Dragonheart with Sean Connery. And as far as I'm concerned, there's only one. Those little straight to home release movies
Hey,
after that,
Moira.
none of them count. None of them exist.
What's up, Moira? Good to see you.
Well,
But
didn't
yeah.
Sean Connery also voice the voice of another dragon, where he was actually the voice of what's his name in the Neverending Story 2?
I don't
Falcor?
know.
Falcor, yeah.
No,
he voiced
There
Was
is
he
no
Falcor?
Never-Ending Story 2. How dare you speak such treachery? There is only one Never-Ending Story.
Well,
Speaking
yes,
of there being only one, Highlander.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh
Thank
shit!
you.
Yeah, God
Yeah.
damn it!
Exactly.
You had to tell everybody what I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, I already made
All right,
reference
your
to
turn, I'm done.
earlier.
Damn it, geek! Damn it, geek!
So I'll go to sci-fi and then I'll bounce over to geeks, okay?
Well, okay. So one of them I was talking about in the pre-chat kind of got brought up in the
Yeah.
chat over there, and let's see if I can find it in the chat again. Let's. See.
Oh, it's this one.
Not which one?
Transylvania.
Yeah.
6500.
Transylvania
There you go.
65000. Yeah, that right there. Wow, talk about a nostalgic '80s movie.
Nostalgia is a wonderful thing.
And then we also have the Rocky movies 2 and 3. Okay, because for one, you got Dolph Lundgren, right? I must break you, right? The Russian dude. And then you got Mr. T as Clubber Lang. I mean, come on. How classic does that get? Right? Okay, and then Stallone goes on after his Rocky phase.
3 and 4.
Right, and then he goes to make Over the Top, which I'm not sure if that's an 80s or 90s movie, but it's a great follow-up to his
80s
Rocky
movie.
career. Right? And then yeah, I mean, and then going back to Dolph Lundgren, you got Masters of the Universe from 1980s.
He was also in that weird first attempt at the Punisher.
Yeah, the first attempt at the Punisher, right? He was
Yeah.
He-Man, right? In the 1980s, he was also the Punisher back then. So
Speaking
there's
about
a
the
lot of
1980s,
stuff.
David Hasselhoff was actually the first Nick Fury.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That
Was.
was a
If you
TV
think
movie.
about it, he was. Yes, Brevin, you're right. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
See,
that
I don't have a lot of like, hey, this is my life kid story behind, the movies I'm saying. I'm just saying, hey, these are movies I remember from the 80s.
Yeah.
But,
I'm going to go real old before I'm going to go really fucking old for for one of my favorites. Okay?
yeah, what would that be then?
It's the colorized version of It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a
Ah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Yes!
Great
Yes!
Why?
Is that the one with
Love that
Jimmy
movie.
Stewart in it?
Yep.
Yes, I love that fucking movie.
Watch that movie every Christmas.
Yeah.
Love that
Ugh,
fucking movie.
I
Jimmy Stewart's
can't.
one of my
I
favorite
can't
actors.
stand that freaking movie.
Oh, Jimmy Stewart's one of my favorite actors.
Farv, I'm going to buy you a Christmas hat that says "fuck off."
Fuck
You
off.
go right ahead.
Fuck off. And it's going to say ICP on the front. It's going to have a little hatchet man waving a hatchet. It's going to be like all Detroit style.
I had a dude I knew back in California was a fucking juggalo, so I already know about that shit.
Yep, baby. I'm going to send some gigolo shit. You know who else is a gigolo? Get this. Captain Foley from Checkyards. Don't believe
Yo,
me. Ask.
bitch, you
Really?
down with no
Yes, he
PP?
is. He is. That's why me and him get along so fucking good.
Wow.
Yo, bitch, you down with OPP?
Are you down with
Well,
OPP? Other people's property? Yeah, bring that bitch over
So
here.
what
How
movies do
You
you want to talk
know
about?
me.
NB,
Yo.
what do you want to talk about?
Well, nostalgia. I haven't really given much thought to nostalgia until, honestly, I'm gonna go with something maybe most people wouldn't think of. I'm gonna go with the first Predator movie.
Really?
Very
And
good.
here's
Yeah.
Carl
no.
Weathers.
Here's why I'm gonna go with the nostalgia on this.
All right, go ahead. Tell them.
Most of my most memorable experience watching film or TV or being introduced to Star Trek or Star Wars
Yeah.
or a certain genre was somebody, guiding me towards that. Well,
Okay, so
my grandmother was very science fiction heavy. And so I had seen Predator. I'd seen a lot of sci-fi R-rated movies well before I was
I got you on
17
that
years
because I
old.
saw Carpenter's The Thing and American Werewolf in London at 5 years old.
Yeah, I was watching it, Children of the Corn.
Hey! I saw all those not more than a few years later. Just letting you know. No, one of the things was what I'm saying is it kind of brought the nostalgia back when and I was going to a point. I was talking about Predator because that was when I saw the movie back when it was on VHS. Well, about a year ago, my son, I was up early. My son was up early. He's like, and he's 13. He was 13 at the time. He's like, Dad, I want to watch a movie with you. I said, okay. I said, I have one condition. I said, it has to be a movie you have never seen. Because he always kept picking the same movies. And I was like, okay, I'm getting tired of this shit. So I picked Predator. And oh my God, did he not just his eyes were glued to that screen at 13 years old. He is just glued to, he's like, oh, he's dead. Oh, that dude's dead. Oh, shit. That's about to happen. And then he's like, the mud hit him. I was like, and then the best part of that whole experience was when the Predator was down on the ground setting his personal detonator. And then I swear to God, as the little numbers came down, their numbers, my son literally said, right after he started seeing, he goes, "Run, bitch, it's a bomb!" Now, Revan, you know that story.
Huzzah.
Yes.
And I looked at my son and I high-fived him. I was like, my son figured out before Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's nostalgia right there for me. That is my idea of nostalgia. It's not just about seeing something again and remembering your past, but really nostalgia has the most reward when you have seen it several times and you get to actually experience someone watch it for the first time.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
how many damn times? This person sees it for the first time. And then you just shut your mouth about how you've seen it 30, 40 times.
Ow,
You
shut
shut-
your mouth. How you do it?
And you just listen to their experience, their first experience.
I got
That
to
to
do that.
me is why I picked Predator for nostalgia.
You're
be
making me want to
happy.
watch. Yeah, but you're making me want to watch The Last Starfighter with my little brother.
Oh, Last Starfighter, that was epic.
I
What
got to
about?
watch.
What about? Did anybody?
I have The Last Starfighter on Blu-ray.
Did
I got it on
anybody
DVD.
read the novel Ender's Game and wish they would have made it in the 80s? Instead, we got that 2000s version with Harrison Ford.
I didn't like either one.
Yes, I read Ender's Game. Yes, I saw the movie. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I
Yeah,
got to
I said my piece.
experience what every Star Wars fan has wished to do. I got to introduce Star Wars to my cousin.
Wish that George never sold it to me.
Speaking
too.
of Star Wars and nostalgia, isn't it about time they make a sequel to Return of the Jedi?
I know, right? I mean,
I mean, who'd have thunk? You could have called it.
I have a sequel to Return of the Jedi. Do you want to see it?
Instead of those
Do you want to see
fan
it?
movies.
Let's see.
hold on, that's big of and
I got this.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah,
what else do I
yeah,
got?
that's valid.
Yep.
I got this. Let's see.
You got the Thrawn trilogy in there.
These. Oh, spoilers. That shit
Yeah.
happens in these. Also got all these.
Yeah, that follows.
Hey, here's one I got autographed
Real quick,
by
Ribbon.
the guy
I
who
gotta
wrote it.
okay.
Hey,
Thank you for
Hey,
coming. Sorry for-
spoiler for you all. Luke actually got married.
Yeah, the Mara Jade, who they pretend doesn't exist.
Hold on, Grandpa Geek. I gotta go. Great seeing you on Twitter. Love seeing you. You're awesome. Bud.
Do you
I
want to
gotta
give
go.
a quick shield for yourself?
Yeah, Sci-Fi Nation on YouTube, youtube.com/Sci-Fi Nation. You don't need the /C/. You can just put in youtube.com/Sci-Fi Nation. It's okay. I'll be there for you. I work tomorrow and Saturday Eastern time, so I will be back with the morning show on Monday called The Morning Wake and Bake. So, hey, check it out. And, hey, thanks, Reverend, for having me on. Thank you, everybody up here in the panel
Yeah,
for putting up with me.
Nice to
Thank
meet you.
everybody in the chat for putting up with me.
See you
Hey.
around, man.
Y'all are great.
Catch you next time.
Y'all are great. Hey, everybody in the chat, subscribe to these people up here, really, because, they all put their time and effort into this. This is a hobby for 99.9% of us.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, pretty much. I've said on my own videos, I ain't never fucking getting monetized.
right.
Yeah,
so
thanks to people like Favre, I'm not getting monetized either.
Oh yeah, blame it on me, you dick.
Yeah. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, so when you see that tater over there, you're getting monetized, and
Hey,
you think
Albert.
he's gonna be a baked tater.
Oh.
I know, right?
Sci-Fi Nation, I'm gonna say right there, that was the best pun I've ever heard you say.
Well,
Yes, but,
I
fun
mean,
fact-
you have done a lot of puns. Some of them have been funny, some of them have been cringy, but that was probably the best.
But
So-
anyways, guys.
Thank you so much for
thank you.
coming.
See you later, sci-fi.
Yeah,
Have a
that's
good
what
Yeah,
one.
you
nice
said.
to meet you.
Oh Lord have Really?
See-
Man, come on.
See y'all later. Take care,
Later.
everybody.
See it. But I got to introduce and see my cousin actually watching.
I'm going to have to go
without-
here in about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I think we're
I'm
wrapping up
this
pretty
up
quick
in about
anyway.
8 minutes.
Okay. All right.
So for whatever time it is, when it hits the next o'clock, okay.
Potato Revan has to get to the underground.
I live in hell, but
You
So-
live in Ireland. How can you?
it's
live
close
in hell?
enough.
Wow.
You want to live in hell? Try live where me and Geek. God, I'm saying Geek, and I'm thinking I'm Geek too. Think of where we live. At least you can
What, you
get
live
out
in
of your
fuck- you live in
country a lot
fucking
faster than
California?
we can.
Tell me you don't live in fucking California.
I did for 7 years. No.
Oh shit.
So yeah,
According
I got
to
see-
Elvis, Oklahoma's the next best place to heaven.
So I got to see her.
Elvis
Had her
also died on a
watch-
toilet stool.
I had her watch episode 1, 2, 3, then the Clone Wars, Rogue One, 4, 5, and 6.
Okay,
Right.
that's a fair way to go about it.
Okay.
And when she saw Vader, and she saw him, and then when she watched The Mandalorian and she saw Luke Skywalker, she actually cried.
Huh.
When she saw Luke again, and I'm there, and I'm like, we had to wait so many years to see him, and she's just like, oh my god! Like she was saying one day that she wanted to be a Jedi, and I'm like, yeah.
Okay, let me tell you this one, since Revan, I'm sorry you brought it up. I gotta say it. I got up that morning. That episode dropped on The Mandalorian season 2. I just got on my computer real quick, saw.
Oh, I was talking to you.
I saw things about Star Wars, and then it was all over Twitter, and I was like, I actually blurred my eyes out, shut my tablet down. I was like, I need to go maybe see what happened on The Mandalorian. Then I saw it, and dude, I woke my entire house up screaming like a little bitch.
Yes. I turned around because NB, you're actually at the end of my Mandalorian season 2 video. A plug. But I remember myself that like I was like, what? No. And they just turned around and they're like, what's one TIE fighter going to do? Sorry, what's one like X-Wing going down? And I'm like, they wouldn't. I'm like, because they had shown TIE fucking X-Wings throughout the series, right? That there was still being news. I'm like, it's someone else. It has to be. I was thinking Ezra. I was thinking Ahsoka. I was, some random Jedi. And then that green lightsaber gets ignited. And I'm like, no. And you see that, and you see the black glove. And I'm like, holy shit, it's Luke fucking Skywalker. And then he walks up and takes the helmet off, and I'm like, ow.
Hey, Revan, I'm going to tell you right now, when the X-Wing, I was like, nope, I'm not going to let myself believe it.
Have a look at the private chat, would you please?
I will.
I was not willing to accept it. I was like, no. I saw the hooded figure. I'm like, okay, that's not Ahsoka. It doesn't look like Ezra. And then we start seeing the feet. I'm like, I'm literally like, that's Luke Skywalker's style.
Yes.
And then we see the green lightsaber. Like, no, I'm not gonna. The moment I saw the green lightsaber and the black glove, I was like, okay, it's fucking Luke, and I lost my shit and woke up my whole house.
Speaking about waking up, I'm going to thank everyone because we've been going for about an hour, so I'm going to wrap it up here. I would like to thank absolutely everyone for coming, the panel, all the guys who left, and the chat. I've gone up by 3 subscribers since I started this stream. I would like to absolutely thank everyone. I'd like to thank Phil for showing up, NB, Bubba, Jacob. I'd like to thank Z. I'd like to thank absolutely everyone as well, and the chat, because I recently hit 200, and I'd be literally just a dude talking at my computer screen or whatever without you guys. So at the end of the day, like, just thanks for like 200 subscribers. Means a lot. All of you have a lovely day. God bless, and just remember, but if you, Bubba, I hope you fall over while you're live on camera.